So I'm thinking that we got the choice here is between the Camaro, or the Bronco. 4x4 capabilities versus speed. The kind of things I want to do, I think that if I was to buy the Camaro, I would regret not buying the Bronco. But if I buy the Bronco, I'm not going to regret not buying the Camaro. So I think the Bronco's the way to go. Jim?
I think so.
Let's go down and buy some Bronco. Fuck, that's a big one. I've never seen a Mastiff that big. I've seen Mastiffs, and that's a big fucking dog. This is the seer mystic dog who can foretell the future.
It doesn't quite look anywhere, it just kind of looks.
Hey, he's like that blind guy from Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they're all like totally checking us out, eh? They're all like, who are these guys? So. Fuck that dog, man. Like shit, man. It all goes sideways. That dog's taking over the neighborhood. That dog be named Conan. If that was my dog, his name would be Conan, and that is how that would work. I checked online with the what people have said about these, and apparently they say they're bomb-proof. Should we look for rust, or I guess does it matter?
It's not far to look.
What's that?
Just on
yeah, I know, but I mean on the frame and shit.
Well, up until 2 years ago, it was on the road.
It's not everywhere. I used it as a plumbing truck. I ran over to Victoria and back.
Our kids are going to miss it because we used to pop off the top.
Oh, the canopy all the time.
Well, as long as they don't like throw fruit at me and stuff as I drive by, that's fine, you know. But she's getting painted, I'll tell you that right off the bat. Yeah.
You can't paint the pumpkin!
The pumpkin, the great pumpkin.
You can't paint the pumpkin!
If there's any consolation, I'm going to be next door. So if
We can visit it.
So he can like, that's important to a man, you know? I noticed you were kind of glib there when you were like telling him to get rid of it and stuff. But,
Probably want the hood down, too.
Want to close the hood? Alive. Sold. Whew. Oh. You don't mind if I buy your pumpkin, do you? Oh, I feel terrible.
This broke a little boy's heart.
You're laughing, man. What are you talking about? Who am I giving money to, you or her?
Me.
You?
Yeah, I get the cash.
Here's $7.50. I only gave you 6, so it's...
Why would I know where your drive shaft went, honey?
I can see a tear in his eye.
I know, it's terrible. It's like, I'm taking away this kid's truck.
Yeah, well, you won't jerk as much in second. A little more gas than that.
I'm still just getting used to this thing, man. I've never driven a truck.
Fine. He's a proud owner.
Ah, yes. He's the proud owner.
She has her lovely little car behind the big ugly truck, which the little kid called the pumpkin, and he said, "We're selling the pumpkin," and I'm like, fucking dying over here. I'm like, wow, great. He's gonna grow up here and an axe murderer. The final words. Where's my pumpkin?
Yeah, you better sell it in 10 years.
It'll be like a squint of recognition when I'm in my senior years and this young and totally ripped biker's going to show up and be like, you! And I'm like, oh, I know you. You're mad because I bought your pumpkin. Make it quick. Shopping isn't necessarily bad. In my world, everything is sold by small stores, by small people. People buy and sell goods, they move it around, it's family run. And instead of having large shopping malls where everyone charges exorbitant rent just for the space to be able to sell some goods, I envision a world where there's nothing but small marketplaces, like you'd find at a flea market or even at the Richmond night market. It's a good idea to check out how these stalls are all set up. There's people here selling bleeding edge tech, Bluetooth hardware, everything you could possibly need in any cyberpunk setting. If you check back to movies like Blade Runner, Max Headroom, that's where the future is going. That's where it has to go if you're going to compete against the core political. Small markets are the places to go to find black market tech, illegal tech, things that nobody really wants you to have but are available. The night market is another way of saying the black market. But does that make it illegal? Does that make it bad? Just because the corporations don't want you buying their imitation Nike sweatshop shirts? It doesn't make sense. So what does make sense is for you to have a choice. You can choose to either go to the mall or to substitute instead of a mall, you need a place to go. It's unrealistic to sit at home and just think, I'm going to hang out and do nothing. No, what you need to do is have a place like these flea markets, like these night markets, like these illegal black markets where you can go to buy your wares at a price that you think is fair. And after all, who loses there? Only the core politicals. Sounds okay to me. My name's Sean Kennedy, and I am the fucking man. Trail mix. Trail mix is expensive. Very, very pricey to make. But it's called trail mix because you would be on a trail expending a lot of energy and you'd have to replace that energy in your body. So you'd have this, something you could reach in your pocket, take out a handful of trail mix and throw it down range. You must be very, very, very careful with trail mix because you will get fat if you eat a lot of trail mix. However, if you happen to be very active, say you're a cyclist, bike courier, that kind of a thing, and you need to have a quick pick-me-up, or you wish to augment your prepackaged lunch by adding trail mix to it, makes for a nice change and something you can snack on throughout the day. It's okay to eat 1 bag of trail mix over an 8-hour span. It's not okay to eat 8 bags of trail mix in a 1-hour span. That is not good. You will get fat. But that said, let's get into the joy that is trail mix. Now normally what you would do is you would go to the bulk section of your local, supermarket or something, and you will find the pre-packaged, pre-mixed trail mix. Trail mix used to be pretty sexy stuff, but now it's kind of getting a little bit sad. They bulk up on the cheap goods, they bulk up on the raisins, a few measly little pieces of dried fruit, your occasional soy nut, which is what these ones are, some dried peas, and God knows whatever else they swept off the dried fruit floor. So this is kind of your base, and you're paying a premium for this. You even got little chunks of granola-esque sort of cereal here. I'll throw in there, and you pay a premium for that. But for the first time you make trail mix, sure, get yourself, a couple of 100 grams of that, and a nice big bowl, and that's your base. That's where you're starting from. Pretty boring. You look at that and you think, well, not a lot going on there. So, next you look at this and say, what do I want more of? Well, I like dried fruit myself. Lots of sugar there. Really tasty. Adds to the flavor of it. So the next thing we do is you add some, for me, now, again, the bulk bin is loaded with all kinds of crazy things that'll make you fat. You can put chocolate in there, whatever you want. So you have to be kind of, look at the pricing, see what's cheap. Sometimes dried